This video will cover the fundamental purpose of this dropdown. There is a specific idea behind why this particular functionality was included. As you can see, the default content target, it's set to this database. And to show it in Notion, this is the database I'm referring to. One of the main things I might want to do with this is simply create new pages, and maybe I never want to go back to any existing pages and add more content to them. So in that case, I just leave things as is, and in here I never click on this, and there's no need to use this stuff down here at all. However, if I want to append any new content material to any of these existing pages, I then utilize this drop down here, and then I select that page that I want to add some information to. An example could be I have this existing page that contains snippets from various forums or from Reddit of recommended books. I really don't want a bunch of different pages, each one with a single book recommendation, kind of all strewn out. To me, that creates more pages than you really need. So in this case, I just select this page from the dropdown, and it'll show you a visible acknowledgement up here that you are in fact changing the destination to this page just for this current content save, and just click save. And as far as this checkbox goes, instead of listing the pages inside of the database, you can instead list all nested databases under a parent database. So for this example, we'll set a different database as the default content target. It's this one right here. The pages in this database have inline databases in each page instead of just free form content. So checking this option allows you to add new pages to each of these databases by selecting any of these nested databases in this dropdown. And with respect to this dropdown, there's a slightly different purpose to it, but kind of related to the one I first demonstrated in the first example. Let's say I want to create a new category of content in this database. So I have the database chosen as the default content as usual, and I'll create a new page. When I open this pop-up again, you'll see the new page just created a moment ago in this list. It makes it easier to add more content to this page without having to go all the way to the config tab and using this button here to refresh the nested page. And I'll have a separate video that covers this tab. With this recent page dropdown, all you're doing is simply selecting it from this dropdown to choose that page as the default temporary target. That's a basic rundown of this whole bottom section, and you may never need this because your particular use of Notion may not involve remaining with a single database for a lot of info capturing, and instead might be just adding data to various scattered notes around the workspace.